I think I've found the perfect camera for me. It's the Lumix S9. And I'm not saying it's flawless, it's certainly not, but in terms of a great camera I can use to shoot weddings, street photography, or chasing my kids around with a lens, it's been pretty perfect for me. I shoot weddings with my wife, both photo and video. I love street photography, and like most dads, I'm taking endless photos of my kids, which they hate. And I wanted a second camera to go alongside my S5II, and I did consider buying another S5II or an S5IIX, but I wanted something smaller, something different, something more compact, something I could use both professionally, but also for my personal life and as a great travel camera. And honestly, the design pulled me in too. It looks great. It comes in a range of different colors. And if I'm honest, the Leica-esque body shape definitely drew me in. Like every other photographer, I'd love a Leica, but this feels like a more sensible, realistic, budget-friendly version. We just got back from a family holiday to Crete, which was amazing, and I used the S9 to shoot everything. The little video clips, the little moments, the photos, and I've been super impressed with the results out of the S9. It's small enough that I could carry around all day without looking like that guy with a giant camera on holiday, and still the image quality really holds up. I bought this as a B cam to complement my S5II. That's still my workhorse for weddings, but the S9 gives me something different. It's quick to set up, it's easy to switch between photo and video, and honestly, it just makes me want to carry it everywhere. I did add the small rig grip as it makes it easier to hold, and it makes mounting to a tripod super easy, which is great for wedding speeches and ceremonies, that type of thing. And the real reason I bought this was for the video capabilities. You get 6K open gate, which means you can shoot once, but crop and reframe later for the different aspect ratios that you need. Perfect for weddings when you're delivering both the full film and a social edit for them to share on Instagram. And the image quality matches my S5II body perfectly. It's the same sensor inside, so matching the clips and color grading works perfectly. And then there's Vlog, Panasonic's own log picture profile, which allows the most dynamic range and gives you most flexibility when it comes to color grading later. If I'm honest, I'm still getting my head around Vlog and how to get the best results, so any tips on that welcome. But even as I stumble through it, the files are holding up beautifully and the results are looking pretty good. And because I shoot both photo and video, the custom modes on the camera have come in super handy to be able to flip between formats quickly, which is great for family stills or video, or when I'm running around at a wedding. In terms of lens, I decided to pair it with the super compact 18-40. Is it as sharp as the Lumix 1.8 primes? No, it's not. But for street travel and everyday use, it's pretty spot on. I wouldn't use this lens at weddings. I tend to use some of my sharper pro lenses for that. I didn't really see the point in buying a small compact body and then sticking a massive lens on it. Although, for speeches and ceremonies, etc., I do actually put the Sigma 70-200 on it, which, okay, might not be the most balanced of setups, but it works, which I guess is the beauty of the L-mount setup. You've now got so many different options for lenses. Now, price-wise, it's not the cheapest camera. I paid £1,199 new, and that came with the 18-40 lens. There are second-hand options available, but when I looked, it wasn't much cheaper. And I think it's around $999 for the body only at the moment in the UK. And the way I justified it to myself was I was going to skip the next iPhone. I'm an Apple fanboy, and I usually get an iPhone every couple of years. And I told myself, I just won't get the next iPhone. Instead, I'll put that money into buying a great camera body I can use for loads of different stuff. I'm not knocking the iPhone. The iPhone's amazing, and it's probably the best camera most people will own. But something changes when you buy a proper camera. And again, I'll probably do a whole other video on that. But if you're looking for a reason to justify buying a camera like the S9, then consider skipping the next iPhone and buying a proper camera instead. A camera like this forces you to shoot differently. It pushes you creatively, it makes you be more intentional with your photography, and the results speak for themselves. Basically, it's the best bad financial decision I've made in a while, and I'll probably end up buying the iPhone anyway. Of course, no camera is perfect, and as every other review of the S9 highlights, there's no EVF, there's no viewfinder on this camera, and you will find yourself pulling it up to your eye and realizing there's no EVF there and you look like an idiot. But you get used to it pretty quickly, and it's not really a deal breaker, to be honest with you. Again, back to the iPhone comparison, you're used to looking at your iPhone screen to take a photo anyway. This is just the same as that. Then the other thing you'll see every other S9 video complain about is the lack of mechanical shutter. Again, this was a bit of a consideration for me. I like the idea and the sound and feel of a mechanical shutter in a camera, but honestly, after a month owning the S9, I've kind of forgotten all about it, and I'm sure you would too. So yeah, the Lumix S9 has been exactly what I hoped it would be. Compact, versatile, fun to use, and the results look fantastic. It's given me a great second camera for weddings, but also one that I actually want to carry around to use for street photography and capturing day-to-day family life. On the video side, I'm not sure what more you would want. 6K open gate gives you all that flexibility. The color grading capabilities of Vlog are amazing. It's just made everything super easy and more creative. As I mentioned, I'm still learning how to get the most out of Vlog, so any tips, tricks, or links to other videos I should watch, please drop them in the comments. But for me, this is as close to a perfect all-round camera as I could ask for. So if you're considering the Lumix S9 either as a small day-to-day family cam or a solid B cam to your main setup, I can honestly recommend it. Photography and video for me started through life as a musician. Back when I was chasing the dream as a drummer, I picked up a camera to document my band's journey, and that's what eventually led me here. If you want to hear that story, go and check out my last video where I talk about 10 years chasing a dream as a drummer in a band. Otherwise, if you've made it to the end, I hope you found this video useful. Please consider giving a like, rating, subscribing, or leaving a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.